All right, what's going on, guys? So today we'll be discussing part two of ideally a part three series on monetization on Twitch. So just to, as a recap of what we've discussed in the previous presentation, we sort of looked at the incentives and structures that Twitch sets in place to attract streamers who act as conduits towards attracting paid community members. And those paid community members, we sort of gave them a definition. We sort of said they were those that produce content for the site. They're those that are more likely to contribute outside the platform, and they're more likely to pay and subscribe. So that's all very important. So today we'll be going more into monetization aspect, even though we touched upon it slightly in the previous presentation when we talked about bits. But it's good to note a good way to start off is to talk about Twitch Prime and subscriptions in general. So Twitch does something very interesting with how they monetize Twitch Prime, and they use something called artificial price setting, which is something very widespread in whether it be a mobile gaming community or any sort of online community. So just to give a brief description of it, we know the cost of a subscription is a tangible $0. So there is no value to the subscription on its own. There's nothing that you can hold in your hand. There's nothing that you could take home and show to your friends. It's a tangible zero. So Twitch has to offer content so that the subscription feels like if it's $5 or $7 Canadian, because I'm Canadian, that there's actually something worth it. So that when you get sort of a discount on that item, you feel like you're actually getting a discount on something that has a value. So Twitch Prime and Twitch uses something called artificial price setting. So the idea is that you have to set the price of the subscription high enough so that the alternatives seem like good deals, right? So you can't set a subscription for $1. You have to set it so that it's something worth it, but someone, for example, would be willing to pay it out of pocket, right? So Twitch Prime is free, assuming you have Twitch Prime, but a $5 or a $6 or a $7 Canadian does not seem like such a outrageous thing to pay per month. Again, that's like maybe a $2 or $3, 2 or 3 cups of coffee a month. So, for example, in Canada, Amazon Prime is $79. So you can sort of, people sort of do this thinking in their head that if you get 12 months of free membership of Twitch Prime, well, in a way, you're sort of getting $84 worth of subscriber value, in a way. And the rest of the Prime benefits are just bonuses. So if you're someone that's active on the community, and you're sort of maybe going to subscribe anyways, you can sort of see that $84 is actually quite worth the value of Amazon Prime for $79 a month. Again, everything else is just extra. But the point is that $84 worth of value, what is that value? Well, Twitch sets that value to exactly what they want it to be. So just a little asterisk at the bottom just points out that once in the ecosystem, the sunk cost fallacy suggests you're already investing in Amazon Prime benefits. Why not buy from them for anything? The idea being that, okay, so you're getting $84 worth of value, and you go, okay, well, maybe I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have paid 12 months of Amazon Prime, of Twitch Prime anyways, but I get that $84 value. I have Twitch, and I have Amazon for other things, so I'm gonna make my purchases through Amazon. I'm going to purchase an Audible subscription through Amazon because Audible is owned by Amazon. They have the unlimited photo options. Amazon has Amazon Video, right? So the idea is that once you're in the ecosystem, you're more likely to use the services offered by by Amazon. And Windows is very similar, where over time Windows has actually offered their operating system for free. So back in the day, you used to pay $100 for a Windows operating system license. Now they offer it for free, but the point is that you sort of you have access to Microsoft OneDrive and all these other and Microsoft games. So you have all these sort of libraries where you sort of have a certain amount of Microsoft OneDrive for free, but if you want to use more, you have to pay. So once you're in the ecosystem, you're more likely to use the services offered by the ecosystem. So you want to make the cost of entrance very low. So for example, Twitch is free and it should remain free, but then offer those paid alternatives and people will find value in them. So that's very important with how Twitch, Amazon through Twitch Prime sets artificial price setting. So I had mentioned in the last presentation that bits is sort of Amazon's very creative way of getting a piece of the pie when it comes to the stream of donations. So again, Twitch is faced with a dilemma. So every single time someone donates $1 to a streamer, 100% is given to the streamer minus costs associated with the transaction. Twitch themselves do not get a cut. So you have to provide an attractive alternative. So you can imagine that while Twitch could hypothetically offer their own donation system, even if they were to charge 10%, why would anybody use their alternative, right? If you can just go through OBS or something similar. So they can't do that. And alternatively, they can't make donations illegal. Not legal, but they can't ban it from the platform, because who's to say you just can't put a link to another site that provides the donations as it's done. They have to provide an attractive alternative. And I had mentioned that with bits, they offer exclusivity, the community, and hierarchical aspects of some of those incentives that people come to the platform. Exclusivity in the forms of a chat prompt. Hey, this guy donated 1,000 bits. Community, cheer goal. You know, hey, let's keep cheering. Let's keep spending bits. And as a community, we're sort of achieving something, even though it's just, it's pretty much pointless. And hierarchical, you know, they have to add the extra sub badge. They have to make it flashy. So just to show that with gifting subscriptions, that's another thing they do, is that they have to make gifting subscription attractive too, because they get a 50% cut of everything, right? So even if they get a 50% cut, they can sometimes have you know, like 25% off or whatever it may be, but they would still get money in the end. So gifting subscription is something that Twitch has really emphasized, because you know you want to be able to see yourself on that leaderboard as the #1 gift donator, right? So this sort of user has gifted 20 subs, right? And he gets a golden box, right? So he's put there. And alternatively, cheering with bits, from what I was gathered, for about spending $9.25 Canadian, they get about $5 goes to the streamer, so they get about 46% cut, and that's a 46% cut that they didn't get otherwise. So users in the chat want to support the streamer through bits, because they see all the flashy incentives that they get from it, not really understanding that, you know, if you want to support a streamer, you should give 100% of what you have to the streamer. There's no reason that Twitch should get that 40% cut. So all those things, when it comes to the leaderboards, when it comes to flashy icons, is just to incentivize those people who need for a hierarchical regard, or need that exclusivity. The interesting about hierarchy, when we go from platform or we go to different games, is that it's sort of self-reinforcing. So if you create the incentives built into the system, it's reinforcing in how users interact with each other. So it's reinforcing in that those that are in higher positions in hierarchy will reinforce the need to be in such position to others. So within the Twitch chat, we can sort of see that as privileges, right? So at the very bottom, we have viewers, followers, subscribers, VIP, moderator. So you see these users in the chat with their icons. You can see them have certain privileges when they can chat. They can chat, and they can sort of, moderators can spam, and normal users normally can't. So that power, and sort of that the fact that other people can see it, it sort of self-reinforces the need and the necessity and the want to be a moderator or a VIP. And hierarchy also, even with subscriptions, even though there's no hierarchy to subscriptions, but even among subscribers, you know, you're a 1 month, 2 month, 9-month subscriber, you get a special icon. So even that is creating hierarchies within subscriptions. Even though the only difference between those that subscribe for 1 month and 9 months is that they've paid more. There's nothing different. And badges are synonymous with respect, privileges, and dedication, military service. I think I mentioned this last presentation. And on Twitch, they perform the same function, but they're gained through monetization. So it's a monetary contribution that drives this. Now, the community aspect does not seem to be self-reinforcing. That is to say that once and it may be, I'm not saying this one way or another, but it's partially reinforced through the growth of the streamer showing viewers and items in the background. So you feel like you're part of a community and people are contributing to the community. So you feel even more part of the community. So when you establish that, it sort of reinforces itself. Twitch doesn't need to go out of its way to encourage that community. A streamer and those that contribute, especially enriched community members, will be doing that on their own. So it is self-reinforcing, I guess, to an extent. And even when users are chatting in chat with each other, you get that community aspect. The fact that you can come on stream, speak to the same guy you spoke to yesterday, and you can have a conversation, right? So that community is reinforced. And exclusivity does not seem to be self-reinforcing. However, streamer plays a vital role in this part, referring to moderators, subscriber-only games, replying to donations. So exclusivity, how is that reinforced? I mentioned that Twitch does this through a few ways. If you have a chat message, it appears in the chat, you're getting the exclusivity. And there's nothing that says streamers have to respond to those. But streamers play a vital role, and this is how streamers can sort of monetize their stream and the platform better. They can refer to moderators explicitly. So, you really reinforce the hierarchy and the idea that a moderator is an important person when a streamer speaks specifically to moderators and talks about sort of the privileges they had. So, hey moderators, can you check out this video and tell me if it's okay? Hey moderators, can you ban these people? Or hey moderators, can you make a suggestion for a new game? Those are sort of privileges that Twitch isn't reinforcing, but the streamer can. Subscriber-only games, we sort of know that with some party games, you can invite streamers to participate, and including only those subscribers means that there's exclusivity in being a subscriber. And the most important thing is replying to donations. So donations are just donations, right? You're one in 30,000 people sending a donation to a streamer, but the streamer, by reacting to it and trying to be personable to the person donating, makes them feel like they're actually exclusive, right? So that's why we pay for, and that's why we sort of limit the amount that you can appear on stream when you donate. So set it at 3 or 5 minutes for like text to speech, for example. You're getting the exclusivity. Someone will read out your message. It's almost as if you're speaking to chat, when in reality you're one in 30,000 people, and you just get lost in you get lost. And again, more on these and what streamers can do will be discussed in part 2 on monetization schemes. So this is just a recap of viewers, active viewers, community members, and ECM, and exactly sort of in proportion what they are, and sort of some of their roles. So just as a quick example, an active viewer is someone that participates in polls and chat. So that's how I distinguish them from viewers, even though those are just very rough categories. And a significant portion of time spent by the streamer, the conduit, is reacting and interacting with chat in various ways, reading chat messages, so on and so forth. So the contributors are the active viewers, community members, and ECM. So those are those that are actually making an impact on the stream and are just a viewer. And I also added that an active viewer contributes in many ways. They're spamming memes, they're reacting live in chat. You might see that as just spam, but there's something that distinguishes Twitch from a platform like Mixer before it went under, and that was that Mixer did not have the same community as Twitch has. You don't see the same sorts of memes, the same sorts of reactions, and Twitch does this through the use of their global emotes, but also the community aspect. We sort of, as viewers, we sort of reinforce this. Whenever a streamer does something that looks to be boring or is talking, we use the resident sleeper emote, right? So that's something that's a Twitch community, and those only in the Twitch community know what that means, and it's hard to mimic those sorts of things on another platform. So if I were to give active viewers, I would say a gauge of who they are: total viewers minus those viewers that are AFK. Community members are those that contributing via Reddit, social media, and donation links. Donation links, if you're playing part in a meme, like a continuing meme, and you're donating, right? You're sort of playing along with that, and the streamer's playing along with that, and the streamer is sort of baiting it in a way. So those community members are contributing to the stream and sort of the community aspect. Community members also contribute via Reddit, right? So that's a very important thing that streamers do when they do sort of Reddit recaps, and why that's so important is that you're sort of getting a glimpse of what the community is. And if you know that the streamer is checking out Reddit, and you know that the streamer is paying attention to it and bringing more attention from others to it, then more people will contribute. So, for example, if you're someone that draws images of your favorite streamer, and you post that, you do great work, the streamer will see it, you get more exposure, you sort of get that feeling of that community aspect, that people are looking at your stuff, right? And that you're a talented person, and you're contributing to the community via Reddit. So you're contributing to the stream and the community indirectly, even though it's through Reddit. But again, it's the community aspect that's very important, and it's not just isolated to Twitch. So community members, we can just say potentially they're the total Reddit members, but that's not the best gauge. And ECM are those that are actively creating YouTube videos. So that is a lot of work, right? You're spending tens of hours making collages or certain React channels. So those are people that are dedicating a lot of time for the exposure to the stream. ECM members tend to be those that are top donators, right? Those that are continuing making messages and communicating. Merchandise purchases, if there's someone that's willing to go around with a PewDiePie t-shirt, they tend to be someone that must care about the streamer in order to want to wear that and walk around with it. And long-time donators, those tend to be people that are donating over a period of time. So monetization with ECM on Twitch Prime using ECM. This is not actually supposed to be Twitch Prime, but it's supposed to be just on Twitch. But the question I ask is, what is the motivation for attracting paid community members? Because that is the thing that, when we're talking about monetization, that we want to encourage. So how do we attract those sorts of people? And you have to look at the root understanding of why people are willing to be an enriched community member. What is it about the community and exclusivity that attracts them to a streamer, someone that they don't know, and they are one of 30,000 in the chat, but they're still willing to pay for that certain privileges. And there are people that watch stream for social interactions with others they identify with, right? So if you don't identify with people in real life, you go onto a stream, you see people that are similar to you and make similar jokes, you can identify with them. And you're drawn to communities in which they can influence and impact. So you can influence through promoting a new meme or spamming. You feel like you're influencing the stream when you spam something in chat and the streamer reacts, right? So you're influencing and impacting the stream. And the desire to be recognized and interactive with. So people use Twitch and the community in Twitch as a outlet for something that they're not getting in real life. And the studies support that. And it's also been shown that viewers who lack external support spend more time watching streams. So if you're not sort of getting an exposure in real life, Twitch is something that is an outlet for that. And just as a follow-up to one of the studies, they sort of looked at what sort of questions they asked people that felt like they needed the social integrative aspect of Twitch. So social integrative broadly means sort of companionship and shared emotion connection, and there is a positive relationship with subscriptions. So it's those people that answered affirmative to this. They use Twitch so that they don't have to be alone. They feel less lonely. They feel Twitch is very important to be part of the Twitch community, and they expect to be part of the Twitch community for a long time, and they care about other users in the chat. So for those users that answer in the affirmative, they were more for the social integrative aspect of Twitch, and it was linked to those that are subscribers. So if you can monetize the social integrative aspect and the need for users to do that, it's been linked to those that pay through streamer subscriptions. So with that, we're right over 19 minutes right now. So for the next presentation, we'll go over some streamer monetization schemes, those being the things that streamers can do and encourage in their chat in order to bring about enriched community members and to take advantage of those three aspects, the hierarchical, exclusivity, and community aspects, how to bring about those from certain community members that aren't getting it elsewhere, but can get it through the chat and are willing to pay for it. And with that, I'll be signing off. Thank you.